Hello everyone, you are once again welcome to GHPARROT TV on YouTube. I am your host Shadow. You can follow me on Twitter at 233Shadow. A very big thank you to all of you out there who have stayed with us. Keep watching us, keep encouraging us till now. I want to say a very big thank you to you. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well so that you get notified anytime we post something new. Kindly like, comment in the comment section below, share to your friends, loved ones, so that they can join this community of great friends for us to discuss issues. You can also log on to ghparrot.com.gh to read more on the latest trends and just in town. This production has been possible with the help of Emperor's Academy, a leading IT school in talent and wealth creation with campuses in Accra, Akachi in the Volta region, and Sunyani in the Brongahafo region. They have courses like digital marketing, affiliate marketing, blogging, website designing, forex trading, and graphic designing. You can contact them via the numbers on your screens, or you can also join their online class at emperorsacademy.com. Don't forget to use the referral code GHPARROT when applying. Thank you. If you need anything printing, Charlie, look no further. For instance, you need printing of shirts, caps, mugs, flyers, key holders, shoes, balls, or any souvenir for your event. Charlie, reach out to Jetta Print. They'll get quality printing done for you and delivered nationwide anywhere you are in the country. They'll deliver it to you. Call the numbers on your screens and get your quality shirts, caps, or mugs printed in bulk for your event. For my brothers and sisters who want to work and still school in Canada, look no further. We are here to help each other grow. Reach out to the numbers on your screens and your dream of schooling and working in Canada will become a reality. Once again, with a very grateful heart, I say a big thank you to our viewers from UK, USA, Canada, Ghana, Nigeria, Nigeria, my people, Charlie. Thank you so much. The love you have shown, Charlie, is deep. Thank you so much. South Africa, Charlie. Thank you, our viewers from South Africa. Thank you so much. China, and from all over the world, we say a very big thank you to you. Kindly subscribe, hit the notification button, share, so that others will join us for us to have a bigger community here. Today, on Sports Arena, we are looking at why FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 is the best, if not the greatest final in the history of football. This final produced some magical moments, Charlie. Some magical moments that will live on in the memories of football fans and will be spoken of for years to come. To understand why this is so, let us dive a little deeper into the tournament, make comparisons from previous finals, then we'll be able to judge or conclude that is Qatar 2022 the best or greatest final ever in the history of the game. Share your thoughts in the comment section. The FIFA World Cup was first held in the year 1930. The president of FIFA then was Jules Rimet. He actually brought this idea into place and they decided to implement it. How did it happen? The first one was a contested final among only 13 teams, and they invited these countries from all over the world. So these 13 countries, if you were not part of it, you had no business going there. And it produced some of the most dramatic goals, spectacular skills, and from there it's gained attention. So you can see how the FIFA World Cup actually started. 1930, only 13 teams, special invitation. They're not giving invites, my guy, you go, then go bounce you, you know, go if play. You understand? And funny enough, though lots and lots of countries have participated in this tournament, only few have actually won it. Brazil, 5 trophies. Germany, 4 trophies. Italy, 4. Argentina has 3. France, 2. Uruguay, 2. England, 1. And Spain, 1. Now the tournament is played currently among 48 countries with over 200 qualifying matches over a 2-year period. So after this 2-year period, these 200 matches are played among countries all over the world. And if you're able to qualify, you join the last 48 to play in the actual tournament. So the first 2 years you qualify, then the next 2 years you actually play in the tournament to contest to win the bragging rights among. For instance, if you guys remember vividly, in France 98, the finals between Brazil and France, they had some great footballing gods there, Charlie. Zidane was there. Fully fit. Action. Thuram was there. Marcel Desailly was there. Emmanuel Petit was there. Didier Deschamps was there. Fabien Barthez himself was there. Though short, Charlie was a great keeper. He was also there. Brazil had the likes of Bebeto in striking position. Charlie, Rivaldo and Ronaldo joining him in attack. My guy, Bebeto, senior player Bebeto. Back then, as kids when we were playing ball, Charlie, anytime he scored goal, he wanted to be called Bebeto. He was there. France '98. He was playing in that final. Dunga was also there. You know, Dunga, he was there. Roberto Carlos was there. Cafu was also there. You understand me? So these guys were all there for Brazil. So this final wasn't a joke at all. You know, it produced, Charlie, some of the greatest skills you could ever witness in a final. The flags, the leg overs, what have you. And it produced some dramatic scenes as well. It had everything from bragging rights, you know, fights here and there, the suspense, anxiety, everything was in this final. Funny enough, even before kickoff, Ronaldo was taking off the team sheet, and to everyone's surprise, everybody was like, Charlie, this guy actually helped the Brazilian team right from the group stages to semis, and you're now in the final. His name is off the final team sheet that was presented to FIFA, and everyone was surprised. Why would Ronaldo's name be taken off the team sheet? But luckily enough, few minutes before kickoff, his name was reinstated, and my brother was just there. You know, it was revealed years later that Ronaldo had a convulsive fit and was hospitalized 3 hours before the match. That is how come his name was taken off the team sheet, because they didn't know if he'll be okay to play in the final. But luckily, he was fine, discharged, and he decided that he would still play the final because he wanted to help his country win. Though they did their best, Brazil lost on the day. France won by 3-0. You know, Brazil didn't score anything with all that lethal striking force. They didn't score a single goal. The goals for the French team came from Zinedine Zidane himself. He scored 2 goals. Emmanuel Petit, one skillful left player, Charlie, left-footed player, my guy. That guy, if you get a ball with his hair, you know, don't joke. He scored a 3rd goal to seal things off. And this match produced a lot of cards. 4 yellow cards were dished out to the French team. 1 yellow card to Brazil. A red card to France again. But the man of the match for that final was the legend himself, Zinedine Zidane. Let's recap this final together before we continue with our bucket list of final and make our final conclusion.
Zidane! Lift off for France! And he pressed the outside of the net rather than the inside. Now Givash, here's an opportunity. And whilst it was a good save by Tapparel, Zidane! Ronaldo! No way past Barthez. Pursues the ball, and follows through. On Cafu, he's already been booked, and Marcel Desailly is already on his way before a sight of red. Keeper hesitated, Dugarry could finish it. Well, just as there was hesitation from Tapparel, so there was... Danielson flips the top of Bartez's bar, and that's as close as Brazil have come. Emmanuel Petit! 3! Makes it 3 and secures the World Cup. After years of waiting and wondering, now tears of pure joy. It belongs to France, and it does so.
In Japan-Korea 2002, the final between Brazil and Germany was another battle between Europe and South America. France '98 had similar scripts, Europe and South America. France versus Brazil, but this time around in Japan Korea 2002, it was the German machine, the Germans versus the Brazilians. Brazil, having lost in 98, came out for revenge in this tournament. Any team they met on their way to the final, they made sure they gave it to them. Almighty England took their share of it. And in this final, Charlie, Brazil had the likes of Ronaldinho, who went on to win the Ballon d'Or. Rivaldo was there, Ronaldo was there, Lucio was there, Cafu was there, Roberto Carlos, Gilberto Silva of Arsenal was also there. The Germans had the likes of Oliver Kahn, who is now part of Bayern Munich's board of directors, the sporting directors. We had French there. We had Miroslav Klose, another lethal striker. You had Schneider. You understand me? You had Gerald Asamoah, who's of Ghanaian descent. These guys were there to represent the German colors fully. But with Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, and Ronaldo in attack, there was no way, absolutely no way, the Brazilians were ready to lose this match. And Ronaldo wanted it more than any other player on that pitch that particular day. In 2002, Korea-Japan, that final, Ronaldo was everywhere, running, making sure he was winning balls, tackling, because he was in for revenge over the loss in 98 against France. And funny enough, he scored 2 goals in that final for Brazil to win that trophy in Japan. Ronaldo scored 2 goals in the final and went on to win the man of the match for that game. In that same final, there was a legendary referee who was at the center stage between these two greats. And he was the Italian referee, Colina, with his bald hair, Charlie. There was no way any player on that pitch was going to mess around, because if you misbehave, you go take your red card. So this match had only 2 yellow cards. One for each team. That was all. One for Brazil, one for Germany. Because Colina was there. That guy didn't care if you were the star, you had won the Ballon d'Or. If you fought a challenge, you go take your yellow. If you fought again, you go take your red, you go send you away. Zinedine Zidane had suffered at the hands of this referee. Ronaldo himself, almost all the great players, Pelé, the rest, they have all suffered. If you misbehave, he will send you off. He was at the center stage of this great final, and Brazil won. Let's watch this together.
Very first time. Now with Brazil still on the ball. Ronaldinho slipping it through. Ronaldo's in, and it's wide. Ronaldinho, beautiful ball over the top for Ronaldo, who couldn't quite get his shot away. Can't again out quickly. He's going to have a goal. So unlucky. Corrects it against the crossbar. Winding up though to have a hit. Oh, and it was certainly spectacular. A stunning swerving strike and an equally fine save from Marcos. Now Rivaldo. Oh, and Khan's filled it. Ronaldo to make the breakthrough. His predatory instincts take over, and Brazil lead midway through this second half. Well, you have to feel for Oliver Kahn. There's a really strong run from Cleverson. Rivaldo's left it. Ronaldo scores for the second time in the space of a dozen second half. Oliver Bierhoff. Smart shot on the turn, equally fine save from the impressive Marcos. There'll be no time to take the free kick as the full-time whistle goes, and Brazil are champions of the world once more. A record-extending 5th title comes at the expense of Germany, who suffered defeat in the final for the 4th time.
Germany 2006 final was a great one between Italy and France. It was an European all affair in this final. European football on display for the whole world to see that they are the best when it comes to football management and structures in place. It was 2 great countries in Europe coming to the center stage to battle it out. And it was crazy. It had everything from fighting, drama, and anything. It was going to be the last game for Zidane to exit the world stage, because he had won everything there was to win in football. It didn't happen. With the likes of Ribéry, Thuram, Henry, Abidal, Vieira, and Barthez, the French looked poised to win this match and make Zinedine Zidane win his final trophy before going on retirement. Charlie, but the Italians had their plans orchestrated from the archives of Rome itself, with tactics of ancient Roman warriors, the likes of Buffon, Zambrotta, Camoranesi, Cannavaro, Charlie, another legendary defender, Cannavaro. He played for Real Madrid. You know, Perrotta, Gattuso himself, AC Milan, Gattuso, don't joke with this guy. Luca Toni, Totti, Andre Pirlo, Inzaghi, Nesta, these guys, Charlie, they had their tactics as if they were Roman warriors. They had it, Charlie. They were either going to win or die trying on that pitch that day. And it was as if the Pope himself had sanctioned this. So these guys were, Charlie, were doing anything possible to win this match. Funny enough, the two players that took center stage during this match both scored to take the game to extra time and penalty shootout. Materazzi equalized for the Italians after the legend himself, Zinedine Zidane, scored one of the greatest Panenka penalty kicks in FIFA World Cup history. And it was in a final against Buffon, who was in his prime against Buffon. But then, Charlie, to score against Buffon wasn't a joke. But he did that. He flicked the ball, simple, Charlie. He scored Buffon, woto. But Materazzi equalized for the Italians, and they had to go into extra time and went for the penalty shootouts. Now, during the penalty shootouts, Italy won by 4-2. Zidane was famously red-carded after he headbutted Materazzi. Enjoy this great recap.
Into space for Malouda, who takes it on and goes down. Penalty! Yes, just. The bounce off the underside of the bar, cramped the right side of the line. Deep from Pirlo for Materazzi. A moment of near instant redemption. Pirlo's delivery. Oh, it's off the bar. Almost a carbon copy. This time for Luca Toni. This is in the Euro 2000 final. These two finished 90 minutes locked together and 1-1. Time to measure the delivery for Zidane. What a save. Just as it looked as though he was about to provide his career with a perfect ending. The Italians have a man down by their own penalty area. Oh my word, that is extraordinary. It's penalties to decide the winners of the 2006 World Cup.
Spot for Italy. Down the middle, Pirlo. 1 out of 1 for the Azzurri. Career, but never like this. He's done it now, emphatically. 1-1. He's up to it. Goodness, is he up to it. That one didn't cross the line. Not like Zidane's early in the game. That stayed out. Scores. No keeper's keeping that one out. The defenders are doing it just right. Long run. Good penalty. Bartes helpless. Italy are so close now. Italy win. Sagnol scores. He went for the blast. France are still alive, but only just. He's thinking about the job he has to do, and that's all. And Grosso has done that job. The kick that means Italy win the World Cup in 2006.
Charlie, South Africa 2010. Zamina mina waka waka zamina mina zangalewa. This is time for Africa. Whatever the lines were, Charlie, it was one of the greatest World Cup to have been hosted on the motherland. It was the first time the tournament was brought to the motherland, and Charlie, everybody around the world was traveling all down to Africa, South Africa, to be precise, to enjoy this great game. And you know, Ghana, we did our best. Would have been the first country, Charlie, to have gone to the semis, but you know, the famous Suarez handball denied us. But luckily, Morocco did justice to that, and Africa now has that record in place. 2010 final was between Spain and the Netherlands, and this time around it was Europe making another statement. After 8 years, it was two European greats in the final again, and these two countries have never won the FIFA World Cup before. Netherlands 0 trophies, Spain 0 trophies, so it was all war for both teams. You know, so the Spaniard had the likes of Puyol, Ramos, Xavi Alonso, Xavi, Iniesta, Torres. Torres was there, Fernando Torres, El Nino was there, David Villa. It was a perfect blend of Barcelona's attacking style and Madrid's defending for the Spaniards in that final. The Netherlands also had Robben, was there, Nigel de Jong, another great midfielder, you know, he was there. They had Schneider, another great midfielder, he was also there. That day was bloody that day, Charlie. It was bloody that day. But lo and behold, senior player Iniesta scored a cinematic goal. A lone goal, a very cinematic goal after he had a pass from Fabregas to score the winning goal. That match was so crazy that he had 14 yellow cards, 14 good yellow cards. 9 of these cards went to the Netherlands team and 5 going to the Spanish team. It was crazy. 1 red card for Netherlands as well. Let's recap. Zamina mina, waka waka, zamina mina zangalewa. This is time for Africa. Let's enjoy.
La pelota hacia él, remate este que Lemur intenta llegar Piqué. Soba al segundo palo, el remate, el lateral de la red. Se queda solo ahí ante Van Bommel. Ay, vaya. Pero qué espectáculo. Vamos Casillas, Rubén Casillas. ¡Ay, Casillas que vuelve a ser santo! Casillas que nos vuelve a iluminar el día. Casillas que cierra la portería. El centro, el rechace, vamos Villa. Regata córner. Final partido en el tiempo reglamentario. Esta es, vamos a madre mía, creía que tenía oportunidad. Va a pegar Navarro. Se para Iniesta, estoy fuera de juego, vamos Iniesta.
In Brazil 2014, it was a World Cup final deemed for the South Americans to reclaim their lost glory. And being hosted in Brazil, the Brazilians were all geared up to win it, home and win. It was a home and win affair, Charlie. This tournament was a home and win affair. But they fell off the pecking order. Their neighbors, Argentina, stood up to the task. When they were called upon, they were able to find their way and make it to the final. The Germans, the German machine, also made it to the final. They actually dismantled that Brazilian team in that tournament. They scored them by 7-1 or 7-0. If my memory serves me right, a whooping 7 goals against almighty Brazil in a World Cup final tournament. So the Argentines met with the Germans in the final, and the Germans had the likes of Neuer. He was in his prime, you know. Müller was there, Mesut Ozil was there, you know. Miroslav Klose was there. Charlie, it was crazy. Schürrle was there, Mario Götze. They had killer players. The Argentines also had Higuain. Almighty Lionel Messi was there. You understand? Angel Di Maria, Romero was there, Zabaleta was there. You know, they did all they could to win this tournament, but the Germans orchestrated and executed their plan so perfectly that all shots on target by the Argentines were either off target or were feeble shots. As such, they were not a threat to the Germans. In the dying minutes of extra time, the Germans, through Mario Götze, scored a remarkable goal for the Germans to win this tournament. This broke the hearts of Argentines and Lionel Andres Messi in 2014. It was a heartbreak for him in this tournament, and the Germans did justice in this final. Let's take a look at Brazil 2014.
Oh, that's a terrible back header into the path of Higuain, who should have opened the scoring. Kroos with the take, against the post! Rolled through here for Lionel Messi, flag has stayed down and Messi has rolled it past Neuer. But there was a target area. Aimed in for Kurtza! With touch, with finesse, and steered beyond Romero. And Germany are the champions of the world.
Russia 2018 brought Europe back into the final again. And this time around, the South Americans fell off the pecking order again. So it was Europe and all European affair again. And it was between France and Croatia. The French had a very youthful team with the likes of Pogba, Lloris, Kante, Griezmann, Matuidi, they were all there. They were all there. Very youthful team. The Croatians had the likes of Modric, experienced midfielder, Mandzukic, Perisic, Rebic, Ante Rebic and Lovren. These guys were there to battle it out in this final. It was crazy. It was a game of speed, Charlie. Tactics here and there, Charlie. The French national team were all out, guns out, Charlie. A very young team who were in to win. Lo and behold, France won by 4-2 against the Croatians. Let's work together and see how a youthful French team won the greatest trophy on planet Earth.
Flicked in by Griezmann and flicked on! And France take the lead in the World Cup final! Which can compete with Pogba. Came down for Vida. And then Perisic 1-1! He has screamed that in! Croatia are never behind for long! In by Griezmann. And repelled at the near post by Perisic. The French are screaming handball. He's given a penalty. Antoine Griezmann. France have their lead back. There's Rakitic and Rebic. And Lloris was at full stretch. Griezmann, Pogba. Possibly now the world! Running it for Solko. Here's Mbappé! Oh my word! Teenage kicks! The ultimate teenage kick! The boy with the world at his feet! Kylian Mbappé! Oh, Lloris was caught on it by Mandzukic! Have a little sniff. It is France. Allez les Bleus. All rise. The Deschamps double is complete.
Now, Qatar 2022 lived up to its billing as the greatest and best World Cup final in the history of FIFA World Cups. You might have your opinion, but I also believe this is the best, if not the greatest final ever. Now, it was a final between Argentina and France. The French had their youthful team still intact, and Argentina had a blend of experience and youth in them. Argentina, coming from a heartbreaking final in 2014 and a shambolic performance in Russia 2018, they came into this tournament with one goal: to win the FIFA World Cup, to see Lionel Messi lift the FIFA World Cup. Nothing else mattered. The French team, on the other hand, also had their own plans. They were in to win the trophy, to be the first country to have won it back to back, as if the World Cup was a UEFA Champions League, where Real Madrid won 3 times in a row. So the French wanted to be the first team to do this. And it was a crazy final. Within 90 minutes, both teams had scored 6 good goals. 6 goals in 90 minutes in a World Cup final. It wasn't a joke at all. This match had everything from suspense, anxiety, fight, joy, sorrow. Because 1 minute you are happy, you are joyful that your team is winning. The next minute you are sad that another team had equalized. In the first half, Argentina scored 2 goals to lead before the break. Messi scoring the first goal and Angel Di Maria scoring the second goal. And most people believe, I don't know whether it is true or not, most people believe that anytime Angel Di Maria plays in a final for Argentina and he scores, Argentina, one way or the other, find themselves on the winning side, and they always win whatever trophy it is. And Mourinho some time ago described Angel Di Maria as a player for great games. You know, when a match is a big match, this guy will pull up big time. He scored the second goal in the first half. But during the second half, the script changed. It changed totally. The French came into the game with a different mindset. And being led by Kylian Mbappé, a young Kylian Mbappé, they equalized the 2 goals. Both goals were scored by Kylian Mbappé himself. He scored 2 goals to bring France back into the game. And it was as if destiny had a plan for him that Mbappé was going to be added to footballing greats on that day. Throughout the match had everything, you know. The match had everything. In the dying minutes of the game, Messi once again scored to bring Argentina back into the lead, leading 3-2. Leading 3-2 against France. Everybody thought everything had been dusted and done. Before the final whistle, Mbappé once again scored a 3rd goal to equalize for France. And it was a crazy match, you know. And this made Mbappé the first player to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. He scored a hat-trick in a World Cup final. You know, he carried a lot of charisma and character. To score 3 goals in a final is no easy feat to achieve at all. You know, be joke. The guy was on fire that day. And just before the referee whistled, the French team had a golden opportunity to score through Thuram. And Emiliano Martinez came up, pulling one of the greatest saves in World Cup final history. He saved that ball, and that gave Argentina a lifeline. In the penalty shootout, Emiliano Martinez once again stood up to the task and saved 2 penalty kicks to help Argentina win the final by 4 goals to 2 against France. And this made Lionel Andres Messi complete football. You understand me? Messi had won everything there was to win in football. Club level, national level, he had won everything. There was nothing else left. Only the FIFA World Cup. Only the FIFA World Cup. And this time round, the Argentine players died on the pitch to make sure that he lifted the World Cup. The Argentine players died on the pitch, suffered, sacrificed on the pitch for Messi to shake hands with paradise in Qatar. In my opinion, this final, one of the greatest, if not the best, the greatest FIFA World Cup final in the history of football. It had everything. Charlie, 6 goals in a final is not easy feat to achieve. You might have your opinion, it's not easy feat to achieve. 6 goals in a final, it's not easy to come by, and against 2 great teams. You might have your opinion, you know, you might have your opinion as well. Let's discuss. Drop your opinion, your comments in the comment section below. Just write it down there. If you also think that it's not Qatar, it's another year, you can just write it there. Let's discuss it and see which is the best.
Di Maria, lovely swivel of the hips, and down goes Di Maria, penalty Argentina. Messi scores. Messi turns it out to Alvarez, who gets it through, and that's McAllister looking at Di Maria. Argentina well on top in the World Cup final.
We'll talk about a team goal. Lovely little nick round the corner by McAllister and Messi.
Otamendi had the head start, but he's been beaten now by Thuram, and Thuram's down, and that's going to be a penalty. To get the game back on. He's done it. France are now in one big hurry. Mbappé gets the return! Incroyable! In a flash, in a heartbeat. Messi finds McAllister, and Messi now finds Martinez. What a block! The follow-up from Montiel, and another one, this time Varane in the way. And looks to find Lautaro Martinez! Martinez puts it wide! There's Messi. Messi wants it again. Lloris in the way. Was it off the line or over the line? The referee's had a look at the watch. Well, the referee has pointed to the middle and said goal. Messi is in the middle of that pack. He might have just won the World Cup. There's Mbappé. Ooh. It was charged at. And the referee says Mbappé is the man. A hat-trick in the biggest game of all. With one more punt forward. Colombo one is in. Martinez with the save. France. And Mbappé will score for France. Lionel Messi's message. And he rolls it in. Saved by Martinez. And Dybala does it. Wide! It's Argentina! Kings of football for the third time! And the tears will fall!
Charlie, thank you for joining us on Sports Arena here on GHPARROT. We are very grateful to you, our viewers. We really appreciate you, and you are our golden eggs. Thank you so much. A very special thank you goes out to Ray Multimedia for holding us down. If you need to shoot your photographs, videos for any events, be it music videos, movies, weddings, parties, or any event, kindly contact the numbers on your screens to get a good deal. Please don't forget to use the referral code GHPARROT so that you have a very good deal, Charlie. Ray Multimedia is here to sort you guys out. They are very cool and genuine, trustworthy guys. They'll sort you out. Another special thank you goes to Elder David Dodoy of the Church of Pentecost, Balihome Akachi District. Thank you so much, Elder David Dodoy. We really appreciate your help, your support. We say thank you. And to the Church of Pentecost members globally, we say thank you for supporting us. Before I sign out, I humbly want you guys to check out The Ancient Hunter on YouTube. It's one great channel with content on our societal norms and values. It's one of the superb channels I came across on YouTube. You guys to check it out. I am Shadow, your host. You can follow me on Twitter at 233shadow. Stay blessed and peace. Love you guys.